What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Devil's Customs and Creatures. A couple months ago, BP Custom Creations made a pretty cool space gun out of a dollar store gun. And I had these lying around, and I thought I'd want to give it a go, so I did. Now, the side of the gun had some lettering on it and also had this bright orange cap, so obviously that had to go. And the lettering there, I just sanded off. As I don't know many guns that have a whole big manufacture date on the side of it, so that had to come off. And as you can see here, the sandpaper made a quick job of that. Now, with anything plastic, especially cheap plastic like things from the Dollar Tree, you do need to sand over a good amount on the whole item. This will allow the paint to stick and also the super glue to stick better. So here I am just, roughing up the whole surface. So I'm not really sure where I'm going to be putting things, and I know I'm obviously going to be painting the whole thing. So I just ran some sandpaper over that just to scuff everything up. Here's a little tip for people who use jeweler saw. A little block of beeswax, just run it over the blade. Seems to give it a little bit easier of a time going through mostly metal. This is plastic, so this really wasn't an issue, but now it was time to cut off that little water fill valve, and as you can see here, the jeweler saw made very quick work of that. And one other thing I love about the jeweler saw is it makes very clean cuts with very little plastic shrapnel left over. Now, I knew this squirt gun trigger had to go because not many space guns or guns in real life have triggers like this, so I grabbed my nippers here and made very quick work of just snipping that off. Of course, always leaves some residue behind, so we'll have to sand that out to make that smooth. And here I'm just using the drum sander on my rotary tool just to get that piece flush with the body on the gun itself. Now comes to the fun part of going through my greebly box and finding pieces that will fit and make this gun look a little better. I do apologize for the angle of these next clips, as I didn't realize my phone was rotated, so unfortunately I had the skinny window here. This top piece here came off a copy machine I took apart. I thought it fit well for the top of the gun, so we went ahead and glued that on as our first piece of greebly. Now, obviously, this big orange cap on the front is there for safety. It does not fit the motif that I'm going for, so I found, again, some more pieces from the copy machine I took apart, and I thought this would make a great front barrel for the gun, giving it more of a space look. Here I'm just using some calipers to make sure I have the correct size drill bit to drill into the gun. I don't want anything bigger or smaller. I want this to be a snug fit. And despite the fact that the battery compartment is broken on this caliper, it still works because we can read the manual numbers on the side. And here I am just cleaning up the shrapnel after drilling the pilot hole to get the front of the barrel mounted. Now that the front of the gun was situated, I had to go about filling this hole in the back of the gun, and I found this other piece in my greebly box that I thought looked cool and fit in with the motif, so on it went. And here's a shot of all the greeblies added that I wanted to add. Just kind of want to do like things that might have looked like little selector switches or wiring or a power housing that you don't see on this part yet. I haven't added that to the build, but you'll see that in the end. And now it's time for paint. And here are the results after the first coat of primer, and got pretty good coverage on it, as you can see. You'll also see the power housing that I added on the bottom. And the next few clips are just going to be clips of the different stages I took while painting. I'm not going to explain each and every one, but I will put up which colors I used at which stages. Here I have some ace bandages that I wanted to use to wrap the handle, because every good space gun has a wrapped handle, so I just went ahead and wrapped those around, got them glued and weathered, and you'll see that in the final. I also added some red accents to the gun itself just to give it a little bit of color. And if you remember, this is what we started with. A squirt gun from the Dollar Tree in all its cheap plastic glory, and this is what we came up with. I tell you one thing, if I keep doing these larger projects, I'm going to need a bigger turntable, but here it is. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please stick around for some glamour shots, and until the next one, be well.